Hiya folks, how's it going? I'm Lexi, and I really like tabletop games. So much so that together we review one here at the gaming table. I do this once a week, every week. So if that sounds interesting to you, I absolutely encourage you to subscribe and keep watching today's video. If you are familiar with my channel, you've probably noticed that this behind me has changed a little. I went through a huge clear out of my board games and went through and parted with some that I didn't love. Others I said I would play for 5 years and I've never touched. And I was able to make more room for tabletop games that way. Some games I just gave away to my friends, others went to a swap event where I was able to sell them and take home a couple of treasures for me. Today we are reviewing a game that I have been sent. I always really enjoy when people send me the games that they've been working on. Often it means I get to find out about games that I just wouldn't have otherwise. I also really appreciate that people seem to trust me to review their games well. If you have made a game and you would like to see it appear here on the gaming table, please feel free to reach out to me and see if I can review your game. I do have a bit of a queue in terms of when I will get to the game, but if you send me a game, I absolutely will try to feature it as soon as I can here. The details of how to reach out to me are in the description box. Today we are taking a look at Personae. Personae is a setting-neutral game, and I mean that as in there is no setting. There are perhaps examples of rules and mechanics that might hint at a potential setting, but they're across a lot of genres. This is a manual where there is truly no setting, just the rule set. This game uses pools of d10 as its main mechanic. When a character wants to do something, they roll a pool of d10s. This pool is being rolled against another pool, which represents potential opposition to their action. You then compare the highest result from each die pool, and the person with the highest result is the winner of that challenge. Building a character for this system begins with a simple pool of points. The pool that the character is built from, you distribute this pool of points among your attributes, which are competence, prowess, cunning, power, knowledge, and stature. Characters can use these attributes to roll larger pools of dice. During character creation or when upgrading your character, you can choose to give your character enhancements. These are extra special abilities. These perhaps might add another die, have an effect on the already rolled dice, or something else altogether. Depending on how powerful this enhancement is, the group might suggest putting a drawback or a condition on it. This just provides a reason as to why you wouldn't just use this ability anytime your character was in trouble or needed to do something. I did find the instructions in this rulebook on how to create your own game mechanics or enhancements a little bit difficult, but perhaps that is just a me thing. I generally did struggle with how the rules were written and set out. I think I found the one with the diagrams that I'm showing you throughout this video to be the less confusing one, but I often was making reference to the quick reference rule sheet to kind of get the gist of the rule and understand it in general. Perhaps this means that the rules or the mechanics of this manual could do with another edit or a look over, or I am just struggling to read things and understand them at the moment. I do think some of the explanations or examples for the rules could have been more concise. Brevity is the soul of rule sets in my world. I found Personae to not quite be my taste. I enjoy the idea of customizable options, but I do also struggle with enjoying setting neutral tabletop games. I tend to prefer systems that at least have a genre built into them, even if it's not a full setting. It was at times hard for me to envision what makes this system unique over other ones. I do enjoy that this manual comes in an option which is a bit more pictorial with diagrams, and another option which is just mostly text. I can see someone picking up this manual to create their own game with their rule set based on Personae, but it's not quite my thing. Could just be my taste though. If you're looking for a rule set to create your own game, this could be really up your alley. For some people, that is very intimidating, especially if the players are to jump in and create their own rules for their abilities. I could see some players getting really into that and some people finding that incredibly intimidating. You can actually download Personae from itch.io for free. So if you are curious about the game, that is an extremely easy price to pay. You do have the option to show some love to the creators and support them with a bit of money, which I do really suggest. Even if it's just a little and what you can right now, it does show the creators that you appreciate them and you have been enjoying what they've been doing. So those were my thoughts on Personae. Perhaps I am not cut out for truly setting neutral games, but what do you think? Do you have a setting neutral system that you just love? Please tell me about it in the comments down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like this video, definitely subscribe and turn on notifications so YouTube will tell you when I've next uploaded, and you could even share this video with a friend if you would like to. It does all help this channel get more notice. I also have a Ko-Fi page which you can donate to fund this channel. It does really help with episodes like today. When I receive digital copies of games and there isn't a physical one available because of some of the difficulties I have with reading digital screens, I get it printed and bound. It means I tend to understand the rules a lot better. The funds from the Ko-Fi page go towards this process. If you don't feel like donating, don't stress. Just watching and enjoying is a big help. At the moment, I'm also trying to find a good platform to promote my videos on. I've really struggled to keep up to date with Twitter, and a lot of people have left. So if you have any suggestions of social media platforms you like for tabletops, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!